In this video, we will learn you how you can open and close a fiscal year in Odoo. The things that we will discuss will be how to create a financial year and corresponding periods, including an opening period, how to define an opening journal, and how you can generate opening entries, cancel them, and generate them again when changes have been made in the previous financial year. Let's start by creating a new financial year. Suppose we are now at the end of 2014 and we want to transfer our balances to 2015. So we go to Accounting, Configuration, Periods, and we click Fiscal Years. Click Create, call it 2015. The start date is the 1st of January. The end date is the 31st of December. And then save. You don't have to create the periods all by yourself, but you can select one of the two buttons, either create monthly periods or create 3 months periods in case your VAT declaration is per quarter. So here we will create monthly periods. I click and automatically the opening period is generated. You need this opening period to be able to generate opening entries with Odoo. Then we have to create an opening journal. Opening Odoo comes with an opening entries journal by default. You edit the default debit account and the default credit account, which will be used to report the profit or loss of the past fiscal year into the balance sheet of the new financial year. So that's what these accounts will be used for. Opening entries journal is always of the type opening and closing situation, and you should use the centralized counterpart to be able to post the total to these two accounts instead of having each line posted individually on the counterpart accounts. Now let's generate the opening entries. We go to periodic processing, end of period, and we want to generate the opening entries. The fiscal year to close is 2014. The new fiscal year will be 2015. As the opening entries journal, we select the one that has been created and we select the opening period of 2015. The name of the new entries by default Odoo will propose end of fiscal year entry. You can edit or change this completely. Click Create. A wizard will turn, and according to the amount of data in your accounting, this may take some time. Then you go to Journal Entries. You select the unposted entries, and you can also select the opening journal if you have several draft entries. So in this case, we only have one. And this is the opening entry that has been generated by Odoo. As you see, the credit is centralized on the opening expense account defined in the journal, and the debit is centralized on the opening income account as defined in the journal. All entries will be reconciled automatically. To post this entry, definitely just click Post. The entry will receive a number. Now, suppose you add miscellaneous entries in 2014 because your accountant tells you you have to change some entries. Instead of editing the opening entry yourself, you click Cancel Closing Entries after you made the changes. You select the fiscal year 2014 because you want to cancel the closing entries for that fiscal year. So you click Cancel Closing Entries. If you go back to the journal entries, you will see that there no longer is an opening entry. So now, suppose you want to regenerate the opening entries. You just start over again and you select the Generate Opening Entries to redo the process from scratch. Now, make sure that when you close your fiscal year, this cannot be undone. So, as long as you need to make entries in your previous financial year, make sure not to close the fiscal year. So, it's not really necessary to close a fiscal year, but if you want to, you can use this wizard.